Hey guys, Jay here, welcome to EonsOfBattle.com. Today I would like to do a little review on the airbrush that I've been using, the Neo for Iwata. Now it's called the Neo for Iwata because it's not actually an Iwata made gun. It's actually another smaller company has made this airbrush for Iwata, but it does still kind of live up to the Iwata name of quality and stuff. It's a pretty good airbrush. It's definitely in the cheaper airbrush range. So the first thing is you get your gun, and then you get your smaller feed cup. Then you get the little wrench for removing the needle. So this is the larger paint cup. As you can see, mine needs to be cleaned. And it's kind of nice that you can move it out. I usually use the larger paint cup, but it's kind of nice to have the small one. Give it a smaller profile. It does have a double action trigger, and it has now I've actually made one little modification to this particular gun, and it has the I found this piece on another airbrush where it actually has this little stud that you can turn in and out, and this will actually stop the needle at a certain point. The actual Neo for Iwata airbrush doesn't have that. It just ends without there being any sort of screw cap. It's got a 0.35 millimeter needle, which is really nice, especially for like a first airbrush, because it's really hard to break. Like it's if you look at other airbrushes, this one has a really thick needle, which is really nice when you're undoing like clogs and you have to like pinch the tip and then scrape the dried paint off. It's very rarely will bend. It's just really nice to have really thick, although it makes it a little bit harder to get really fine detail. So the next thing is if you unscrew the cap, you'll see it has a regular little nozzle and needle. So I've actually put a little bit of Teflon tape on mine, just because I was experiencing a little bit of air leaking, which is fine. I use this all the time, so a little bit of Teflon tape is no biggie. So I put in a few drops of Vallejo Model Air. Alright, so you can see it can spray pretty well. It'd be a lot better for maybe base coating or something. So should you buy this airbrush? I don't know, maybe not. It's definitely not one of the nicest airbrushes out there, but it's not the worst. The big selling point for me is that I can get replacement parts really easy. But if you can't, maybe you should look for an airbrush around you that you can get parts for, or that you can get parts cheaply for. Also think about like what kind of things you're going to be doing. If you're base coating, maybe an airbrush like this. Although if you're base coating, you might want something with a cup so that you can have more paint than the gravity feed will let you carry. All in all though, it's not a bad little brush.